Good morning, brothers. Today I'm going to be sharing one of the 3 morning routines that I've used over the past 14 years. These morning routines have contributed to helping me control my sexual behavior. They've also greatly contributed to other areas of what we call reboot capital: my financial reboot capital, physical, emotional, spiritual, and mental reboot capital. And the reason why there are 3 is because, as you guys know, not every day is consistent, not every day is the same. Some days I am traveling and I try to be flexible, which means that if I'm traveling and it's a sort of vacation slash work kind of deal where I'm spending time with my partner, then the morning routine adjusts. If it's crunch time, which means if I am facing an emergency in some area of my life, maybe a family emergency or emergency in one of my businesses, then I have a different morning routine for those times. Because, when you wake up, there's like a lot on your mind just worrying you. So I have a different morning routine for that. And then I have one that's the most common, that's my day-to-day routine. And that's the one I'm going to be sharing with you today. So for those of you who are new to the channel, this is Porn Reboot Coaching the Porsche, and I'm JK Mazie. I am the founder of a company called Elevated Recovery, and I'm the head coach at the Porn Reboot Coaching System. We are the #1 porn addiction recovery system out there. We primarily help ambitious, high-performing business owners, professionals, and executives to control their out-of-control behavior with pornography and masturbation within 90 days. And within a year and a half to 2 years, which is the actual realistic scientific number, we help you to permanently end your behavior. So I appreciate you guys for showing up. Here's how the morning routine works. I usually begin, not usually, I actually always begin the night before. This is very important. Typically most guys will wake up in the morning, they'll putter around, they'll fuck around for a little bit, they'll get on the toilet, they'll get on Instagram, they'll get on Facebook, they'll get on all these different things. And the next thing they know, it's 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning, and they are wondering, what am I going to do today? Your day's a wrap at that point. It's over. And it's so much more difficult to kind of regain control once you've got to 8, 9 o'clock without any clear plan. So your morning routine begins the night before. Typically what I do is all the clothes I'm going to wear, I typically shoot videos like this in the morning on my way back from the gym. So my workout clothes are always nicely laid out in my bathroom. I usually have a nice evening routine. That's a topic for a different video, but everything is set. My workout clothes and then the work clothes that I'm going to be wearing. Work clothes is very important. Even though a lot of times I work from my home office, I am actually, anybody who's seen my videos from home, I'm always fully dressed like a professional. This really helps my mental states. So workout clothes are put out. If I'm going to be taking pre-workout that morning, I'm going to have my pre-workout already pre-mixed in my fridge waiting for me. Excuse the glare, guys. It's going to change in a little bit, okay? I know it's not the best view, but that's where the sun is at. Can't do anything about it right now. Pre-workout, everything mixed. I also take certain supplements, as you guys know. Actually, all those supplements are next to me. They're in a little cup next to me in bed, and then there's a big jug of water next to me. The first thing I do when I wake up in the morning is, for me, and I truly believe for you, this should be important as well, the first 10 seconds of the morning are the most important seconds of the day for me. When I was struggling with pornography addiction, I would wake up and my unconscious mind would immediately project the first piece of negativity it could, because I lived in a constant state of negativity, which means that I would wake up in the morning and it immediately would be like, oh, fuck, you relapsed last night. You're a piece of shit. Oh, you're broke. Oh, man, they're coming for your rents today. Oh, man, that girl rejected you. Oh, man, you can't get girls in your life. Oh, you're not a great partner. You'll never make a good husband. All these kind of things would come up, and you know what it is for you. So the first 10 seconds is I take control of my day. I would typically tell myself, I feel happy, I feel healthy, and I feel terrific. It is going to be a great day. Now, the point I'm making is that you don't have to feel that way. You do not have to feel that way. You are in charge of putting yourself in states. Then I usually do about 10 to 50 Kegel exercises. If you don't know what they are, look them up. I struggle with porn-induced erectile dysfunction. Kegel exercises are exercises for your PC muscle, which helps you strengthen your erections. A lot of times I wouldn't say we damage, but we atrophy certain parts of our Kegel muscles because of the way we masturbate. So the way you masturbate and view pornography is not normal and it's not natural. And so those muscles are not developed in the right way. The problem with Kegel exercises is that it's very challenging to find a good time to do them during the day. Consistency is hard. And so I seed certain habits into different parts of the day. And I seed Kegels into while I'm laying in bed in the morning. So it takes me, I would say, under a minute to knock all of those out. And then I take a few deep breaths if I'm feeling very tired. So didn't think I was going to go this detail, but I'll tell you guys what I do. I take a couple of deep breaths into my diaphragm, way into my stomach, wake up, grab my water, and then I chug all the supplements. I make sure I finish all the water. Then the first thing I do is I do what's called RPM. It's called Rise, Pee, Meditate. This is very important. I try to maintain a meditation practice of 2 hours. Now, this is part of just my personal life and my personal reboot at this stage where I'm at in my life right now. But again, meditating for an hour when you first start is not easy. When I say when you first start, I'm over a year into this, and it's pretty challenging sometimes. So I rise, once I've drank the water, taken that, I go into the bathroom, I pee, and I go straight to my meditation cushion and sit. If I try to do anything else, I've tested this many times. If I try to brush my teeth sometimes, if I try to tie my hair back, if I try to wash my face, anything like that, I am susceptible to being distracted, right? So just so you guys know, I don't have great willpower. I just build my life around lifestyle habits and then a certain self-image. And it's the self-image that forces me, and will force you too, to do all these things, because I'm a guy who wakes up early in the morning. I'm a guy who does all these things in the morning. So the self-image is the overarching thing. Then your lifestyle is the thing that creates it. But you have to do some of the things that I'm mentioning right now in order for those habits to really be incorporated into your life. So I finish my meditation. As soon as I do, I go to the bathroom. Whatever business I got to do there, number 2, whatever, I do it. Sorry for the TMI. And then right after that, I wear my workout clothes. I go downstairs. I chug my pre-workout, get in my car, Porsche, drive to the gym. Now, while I'm doing this, I am typically listening to something motivational. I'm typically listening to something positive. I don't start listening to music until I actually get to the gym, right? Because sometimes, and you guys may have noticed this, for me, music can distract me. Like, it's good. I'm feeling good while it's getting me into states. I understand that it is not that state that is very important, right? There's a time for that. I can do that for the 45 minutes, 25 minutes, or hour and a half that I'm in the gym. I can listen to music, but driving to and fro, it is always material that has to do with learning, right? Now, once I do that, I come back, and then I'm still listening to that, take it off, jump into the shower, have a good shower. I don't eat breakfast. I do a lot of intermittent fasting most of the time. I'll usually drink a little bit of coffee, like you guys see me on the way back. And if I'm feeling in the mood, usually what happens on the way back from work, I'm thinking, on the way back from the gym, I'm already thinking, how can I help clients? How can I help the brothers? I have done this almost every day of my life for 12 years. This is my life. What I'm doing right here, that's it, right? So I'm thinking, which is why I shoot these videos in the morning. I'm like, you know what? Let me help this brother with this. A few brothers asked me about this. So today it's the morning routine thing. As you guys have noticed, I'm not really big on building a YouTube channel, or like, I'm not trying to be a YouTuber, right? At the end of the day, I have multiple successful things I do. What I want to do is I just want to drop as much valuable information that can actually help you quit porn. A lot of people out there, both men and women, are talking about this shit, but they haven't gotten to this point, and they haven't hit other areas of their reboot capital, right? They haven't been in that relationship. They haven't made 7 figures before. They just haven't done those things. And I'm just trying to show you guys on YouTube how you can do that. So drink a little bit of coffee, and then I start my day. Now, the first thing I do, actually, if you guys want to I'll just give you guys the details, because this is still in the morning, is I will go over all my finances. All right. So what I always do is I have a spreadsheet, and I have a little app called Notion. And then I have another one called Personal Capital, right? So I set a timer, and that timer is to go over all the finances of my different businesses. I partner with different people, real estate and whatnot. And I just check to see what's going on. Now, I'm very intentional when I do this, because sometimes I will see some shit that is off. And that's not my goal that day, right? Usually my goal that day has something to do with elevated recovery or porn reboots, which is my mission. So I make sure that I don't get distracted by that. I go through that. I make sure that all my finances are in order. Now, the reason why I do this, guys, is because growing up, I grew up in poverty, right? I didn't know how to manage my money. I didn't know how to budget. And despite the fact that I do all of these things and run 7-figure businesses, I still really suck at that. And so the responsibility for me has grown. So it's very important for me to really, just like a child, go through my finances to understand what is happening. That's just me. If you're good with numbers, you may not need to do that. Right after I've done that, and I'll go into all the apps that we use to manage our things like elevated recovery and so on. So we've got about 20 something people on our team. So I'm checking in on client success. I'm checking in with my executive assistant who has a list of things for me to do. I rarely check email. It's only once in a while when I send out an email and I'm looking for a response back to you guys, and I'll spend a little bit of time there. But aside from that, I try not to go into my inbox. So those of you who have been emailing me, not as a response to an email that I told you to respond to in the email, but if you're just randomly sending an email, there's a 99% chance that I'm not seeing the email. This is the truth. Like literally, if you want to contact me, you have to get on a call with a client and you have to be in one of our programs. And then you can speak with me directly. Other than that, if you don't catch me when I send out one of those occasional emails that prompts a response, no other time. So I get an update from my executive assistant on what's happening, update on all those things. Once that is done, then I go into our different groups. So we've got maybe over 100,000 people in all our groups across everything. And then I go in, work free groups and otherwise. We own a lot of, like I'm probably giving too much information here, but most groups on Facebook are owned by us. When it comes to owned by us or partnered with us, like the people came to us and they're just like, hey, you guys do a great job when it comes to what y'all do with helping men quit porn. And we're just starting. We're doing the NoFap thing. We've listened to you. We would love your support. So we give a lot of free value in different groups. We're not selling in those groups. We're just like, here's a bunch of stuff for you to help you guys. And if years down the line you want to work with us, that's up to you. If not, it doesn't matter. We just want people to know that we offer something that works. So I then go into all the groups and I spend time responding. That's the time I'll come in and respond to like comments and a few other things. And then once I'm done with that, that's that about the phone. After that, the rest of my day begins, right? So this isn't the way I wanted this video to go, but that's okay. The important things to note is that this is what I do on a day-to-day basis. Like most of the days are like that. Every single day. Now, one last thing I'm going to add is the concept of what I call themed days, right? And you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to talk in detail about themed days in another video, but I'll give you guys a little bit of it right now. Themed days means that my Mondays, my Tuesdays, my Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays all have a theme. And the theme never changes for years. Monday is what I call my free day, which means I delete all the apps that have to do with work and social media from my phone. And that is a day for me to actually be in the world 100%. I'm in the world. I am with my partner. I'm with friends. There's no online shit that's going on that day. If Elevated Recovery decided it was going to burn down that day, that's the day it burned down, and that's that about that. But I never give up my free day for nothing. I don't care. I've had brothers who have reached out to me and they've tried to coerce me in different ways. Hey man, I really need to hear from you. If I don't hear from you today, this is going to happen, that's going to happen. You know it's my free day, right? I've seen the emails like the next day, next 2 days. I'm just like, nobody contact me for any of that stuff. The only reason I can be contacted is if there's a life or death emergency. If an actual client in our program, and that happens like, well, that does happen. You know, this is the truth. Brothers do struggle. Actual clients in the program, because we can confirm, because we have history of that, something is happening to harm this brother's safety, then you can contact me, right? Once or twice I've gotten on 4-hour calls to like work with certain brothers who are in emergency situations because fuck, life is life, right? But aside from that, nothing else. So those are Mondays. Tuesdays are what I call a buffer day. So Tuesdays are days that are just for catching up with a whole bunch of different things. There's a little bit of coaching that happens there in the morning time. And then Wednesdays are coaching days, which means it's coaching from morning till night, baby. It's like we're talking to people one-on-one with one-on-one clients. I'm up in the intensive. We're going deep. There's all kinds of things are happening, but I love my Wednesdays because those are the days that I'm actually doing the thing I fucking love. I just love it. So those are my Wednesdays. I'm very happy, as you guys can see, and I talk about Wednesday. I should probably make every day a Wednesday. That's one of the goals because I love working with guys. Thursday is a buffer day, lots of meetings with my team. Friday there's just like a lot of, Thursday is also the day I allow myself to play with new tech. So if there's like new ideas, new technology that can help brothers, and I love nerding out on these things, but can't nerd out on Monday, can't nerd out on Tuesday, can't nerd out on Wednesday. So Thursday is the day I have like 2-3 hours. I love that too. I can just fuck around, artificial intelligence, how does it deliver stuff? Reading like research articles. Love that stuff too. Not as much as I love coaching clients, but that's a day where I do some of that and more meetings with the team. Friday, meetings too, but on Fridays, it is more like sitting down and working with the coaches in Porn Reboots. There's a lot of training that goes on for me. I'm always taking new certifications and different things. So there's a lot of learning, but also there's a lot of teaching, right? So this is where I will create new modules. If we are working on new programs, this is where I start putting together those programs. That's Thursday. Saturday, a little bit of that in the morning, some marketing. And then Sunday is a big finance day. Sunday is the day that I connect with a lot of my partners. And I'll be like, Sunday? Are your partners heathens or pagans? The people I roll with, it doesn't fucking matter. They work. But they will give their family time. They will give them love. They'll give what they need to do. But they understand that to put a roof over their family's head, in order to what I talked about in the video yesterday or the day before on the Thanksgiving thing, your family is important. Your kids are important. But your mission is the thing that makes all of that possible. It's what creates your self-image, right? And I'm not a fan of people. I understand people have no choice, but personally, I made a choice that I was not going to go work and keep work separate. Work had to be a lifestyle. Like I have to live this shit that I'm doing so that if I drop dead, I never feel like, oh, I was doing work, right? I was doing life. Porn Reboot is life. It's a fucking lifestyle. And I'm so blessed and so thankful that I get to do something like this, right? And so Sunday, time I connect with my awesome partners, we talk business, we talk a few things. And then because I suck with numbers, I need to stop telling myself that message that I suck with numbers, but it's a challenge for me. Then I work on that a little bit. And again, each and every one of these days, the night before, I always prepare and I do the same thing over and over again. Now, the last few videos, I've just been shooting in my car, throwing stuff at you guys. That's just what I want to do. Don't give a fuck. That's what I want to do on YouTube. But if you guys want to hear about the other two, like the vacation one, the grind time one, let me know because I've already shot a video about the traveling one. So it's actually a video. It just takes you through the day. I had to film it. Took a lot of time. It was a little bit annoying, but it's just like from waking up, exactly what I do till I actually start working in the morning. It has footage from everything. So happy to do that. But if you guys want versions of the other ones, like, okay, JK, we want to see what your grind time is like, a day in the life. I know it's super cheesy. You see all these YouTube, a day in the life of a blah, blah, blah entrepreneur, right? But I think sometimes it helps. I've actually watched one or two of those videos from mentors of mine. I was like, man, those are pretty cool. It's good to see how this person lives their life. So if you guys want to see those, let me know in the comment section below. And also, if you have questions about my morning routine or any aspect of this, especially those of you who are business owners and entrepreneurs, you're just like, dude, tell me a little bit more about theme days, or tell me a little bit more about these calls, or whatever it is you want to know, meeting, anything. Just let me know in the comment section and we'll talk about it. I'll shoot a video, okay? I appreciate you guys. Love you guys. I'm JK, your brother in the struggle. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. You want to communicate with me more, but you're just like, bro, you don't answer your emails because my inbox is full. I get 200, 300 emails a day. Join our Facebook group, free Facebook group. I'm in there. I'll talk to you. I show up there, all right? I shoot videos. I respond directly to people. In fact, today, of all days, I'm going to be answering video by video by video by video, individual videos for anybody who, I have a post up there Any question you guys have about pornography, addiction, or any area of Reboot Capital, ask me and I shall respond. All right? I appreciate you guys. Talk to you later.